All right. Here we are. Wow. All right. So we've got RJ Zims, we've got Biped Sims, and we've got a boat going on for the BINC team. This Zimmer is going for a blade finish. They've got a split missile for just general harassment, extra stability, and the kicks, of course, lethal in close range. The other Zimmy is a more standard Zimmy Fasan punish, giving it excellent long-range punish with the Fasans and the ability to single-handedly stagger a target pretty dang quick. Great flexible build, although a little bit vulnerable to getting surrounded in a team fight. Their final teammate rounding it off is a boat with a all-missile loadout hanging out above the fight. Early damage going on to T-Light and Fish. Splitting a bit onto Koolish as well. I'm always going to combine their names. Early staggers going out. The big punish on Fish. Looks like terminal armor is going to get popped. It was traded also onto Piss. The AP advantage currently on Alpha team with Koolish. Both giving us some great camera angles. Always appreciate that. Koolish may be the second target. They managed to tear down balls deep in the meantime. And it looks like T-Light is going to be left alone as Cradle dives in with the kick and now trying to just dodge whatever damage is going to be coming out during the TA. Not getting away from it, though, meaning some major follow-up's going to come after that missile barrage. Cradle getting TA'd as this fight begins. T-Light did get taken out, though, meaning that their team is currently going to be 2v3 until Cradle dies. And unfortunately, they haven't gotten that done yet. Fish now TA'd as well. Ball's the only member of his team alive, and it's going to be a very quick TA. Let's see what he can clean up in the meantime, though. Scored lead currently for Koolish at 490 to 218. Here we see Fish getting away with it, as I like to say, although the boat won't let that happen. 1 damage managing to come out. T-Light getting peeled splendidly with that pulse blade, interrupting the chase. Hooli now in TA and unable to secure a serious reversal. Zimmermans will clean that up. Checking in on our RJ Pisser, coming in behind the quad and should have the energy to get within kick range here. There it is. Blade's going to follow up, extending for the team as well. You see how that extra stagger made the rest of the shots land as the missiles came soaring in from off screen. I've had my doubts about Blade, as many of us have in threes, as you leave yourself vulnerable with a long combo. But you're also making the enemy vulnerable. So if there isn't someone punishing you for doing it, you can really come out on top in terms of time control. RJ, getting RJ though, not enough stability to get looked at by 2 people in close range. The Fasans don't need to come out here. I'm wondering maybe if there's somewhere else to be looking. The kill is finished off though. T-Light at 1 AP and the missiles will clean that up. Cradle does get the rejection with the quad kick and falls out of the Fasan. Shotguns afterwards, though, are enough for the stagger kick extend. The Zimmermans miss the second shot, meaning that Cradle escapes with half AP and his teammates are both alive, meaning this is a 3v2 if they can get grouped up. 982 to 826, still anyone's game with 2 minutes on the clock. Remember, this is a best of 5. Cradle kind of got away with it for a bit there, but there's the punish. Kick, Zimmerman, and the pulse blade. Gonna be a quick TA. Fish followed up on as well. It looks like only Hooli is healthy. Hooli's probably gonna want to think about getting out of here. If you're a shot caller on your team, you need to be catching situations like this and letting your third player know they gotta get out. Otherwise, they're gonna get TA'd, and by the time you're respawning, they'll be down and you're still not grouped up. Oh, coming in for the kick on the TA means that you are now within hooling range. The punish comes through, balls deep, now looking incredibly unhealthy. TA'd by the team. You see how that plays out. If you are diving in on someone who's about to get TA'd, you are risking too much for too little. Looks like just going to be going for some kicks there. Blade doesn't quite get the full extension, meaning that the Zimmermans are going to catch him with that buck. 1 AP, easy to deal with shotguns. T-Light now finding himself quite alone as Balls Deep has only just respawned. Now you see what they're diving into. They're diving into only Fish. Only Fish. This fight could have gone much, much more in Koolish's favor. Great job by Piss, Balls Deep, and T-Light from keeping that from spiraling out of control. Short break in the action, followed by 2 immediate staggers. Balls Deep going to be getting caught by, looked like Koolish. And Cradle got caught as well with 10 seconds on the clock. Cradle is the only viable target. T8 at 7 seconds means that it will be available. And 2-1, the shot needed to be out. It is. Last second kill secured, but it's one short. Koolish is going to take round one. I need to check that my overlay isn't covering anything important. I forgot to look. Real shit. Caster moment, everyone. Friendly reminder, I'm doing this for free, so if you are not happy with your service, remember, you can direct all complaints to the Armored Scrims team. It does cover just a little bit, doesn't it? It does cover just a little bit. That's all right. Early earshots coming out. Nothing of note coming of it, though. Looks like Cradle has elected for a brand new build. This is normally the quad player you're looking at here. Now on a biped, earshots, MLTs. Remember, you can get it swapping. Shoddy swap build here from Fish. And Hooli's still on that LRB Etzogen. Etzogen great for confirming kills. It's got pretty dang good stagger output. Charge shot there doing a huge chunk to piss, getting him into TA. Don't think he's going to get much value out of that. Meaning T-Light is all alone with that. T-Light, ooh, I wouldn't be APing in there, buddy, but punish, follow up, and TA. Now there are 2 members on 1 AP from Koolish. Despite that 354 lead, there is potential for momentum here. It's now 2v1, Cradle the only one alive. Need to find someone alive for a camera. Getting kicked, getting knocked all over the map. Giving space. Earshots got off, but not quite on target. Always scary when someone with earshots is in TA territory. Well, melee being good in threes is more about melee as a punish versus melee as a lifestyle. Melee as a lifestyle still has a bit of a hard time, but melee as a punish has a way of extending combos for your team, doing a ton of damage, and interrupting assault boost cheese. The San shot getting good value there. Cradle into TA, Hooli on 1 AP. This could be a full team reset for Koolish, and that's going to swing the score lead pretty massively. Remember what I was saying? That 300-point deficit at the start of the match could be momentum? That's what I meant. 771 now for BINC. They're looking mighty strong this match on Dunes. Let's see if they can avoid the big punish from Fish here. Fish having all kinds of close range damage. Unfortunately, the angle there was too high, having to finish it with a kick. Still got the TA, though. Definitely value. Piss currently having a hard time locking down Hooli as he slips around the outside of the bell. There's the stagger. Gets interrupted from the melee combo by his own TA. Still gets the value, though. The kick being just such a menace. You trade a bunch of stability for that kick, so you better be getting value with it. Boat now in full evasive, as you should be. Hoping that Balls Deep can get in here, do some peeling. I think that's big damage onto Fish. There's the stagger. No kick because you don't want to make your teammates miss. Very, very, very good game sense there from Treasured Light. Fish going to be TA'd in time with Balls Deep, meaning roughly 2v2, but advantage goes Koolish for AP. Not going to get value with the shotguns, but here we find Hooli just on the outside of the battle, extending the stagger with a kick, getting out of the pulse blade, I think. Hard to tell if those connected or not, but Hooli's going to be into a TA. Just enough to catch big, and it's Fish on his own, waiting for respawns. Does BINC know? BINC knows. Respawns are going to be critical here. Cradle getting an optimal respawn, incredibly close to the fight. Going to be able to get damage in while Fish is getting punished. What's Fish going to do with this TA? That should be a stagger if they can catch the Zims. TA even. I don't know what Cradle got caught by there. Must have been maybe a kick? That was weird. Big punish from the blade. Additional follow-up required, though, for the TA, costing precious moments. Fully looking rather comfortable until he's not. Wow. BINC is laser focused on every single TA. It's giving them a 2-kill lead, 3-kill lead. And they're getting a great cycle of kills here. Notice that we haven't seen Koolish all together in a long time. It has been 2v3, 3v2, trading it back and forth, with BINC coming out on top points. Wow. 400 point split with 8 seconds. The last member of the team even alive is T-Light, with TA available too far away. Secured for BINC. It's now 1-1. Good game, both teams. Incredibly high action. Just what I like to see. Taking a look at our scores here, it's Piss and Hooli putting up the most. Although Koolish was all down the middle. Even scores, even participation. Dude, since the game launched. But in subsequent playthroughs, it's really pretty cake, man. I think we could be challenged even more. Return me to Occupy Carpals. Looking for any team switches. We're not seeing any from the BINCsters. Did somebody ring the BINCster? How do I control camera with controller? Can I do that? Guess not. Very cool. Fredo going to be getting the high ground. Back on his quadruped. Fish still on the quad shotgun biped. Hooli hasn't changed a thing. I mean, why would you? Bill's got all. Who's going to be the early engage? Boat's kind of teasing a bit forward there. Fish aggressing. And the kick misses, means that the RJ is in a vulnerable situation. Fish is going to get staggered. Let's see what the team can do for punish. The blade extends it. They should TA there. Meanwhile, balls deep off screen, getting absolutely clapped. TA'd immediately. Piss as well, looking unhealthy. That means AP advantage goes towards Koolish with 2 healthy players. Their stagger bars are pretty high, though. Cradle probably going to get staggered here. First blade hit misses. Second one won't, as Big Piss finally does go down. We'll capture the T-Light angle for just a moment. They're going to have to try to stay alive. Their team is respawning, but they're staggered in the middle of a ton of damage. The extension's managing to last long enough for the TA, and the whole team now is scrambling for the corners. The missiles land, though. Got dragged off target by their lock-on, and ouch. That full volley can do a lot of stability and a lot of damage. Missiles are really weakest when the player being shot at is staring right at the launcher. Interrupted there, not going to get away with it. Zim Fasan build getting locked down by quad shotguns. It has the extra extensions to just keep you locked in place longer. However, the team has come to help. Fish peeled off. Gonna have to try to get value here. No way they survive much longer. They're gonna have to do something with their TA. They can finish off one. Oh, shot early. And pulled a bit of attention away from Cradle, who is now finding himself alone with T-Light. The 2 missile players hanging out, having a good time. Big damage on the T-Light. Not enough to finish, though. They're missing their big punish when Fish is not on the field. Fish's shotguns are a chunk of their damage on punish. Good damage modifiers on them, the extensions. It helps a build like Hooli's just get a bit more time on target with that LRB, with that Exigen. Now, a lot of the time you will see Hooli floating around the outside of the fight, basically ABing just when there's a sure deal, like that 1 AP. Charge shot, dancing for style points. I've seen the Melander C3 arms. They're dang good at aiming. They're pretty efficient to fit. They're one of my favorites for this kind of situation. Piss looking like the focus. All 3 locked onto him. The kick was unnecessary, though, and it's going to result in a lot of punish damage from the animation. Just skirting out of the facades, avoiding the immediate TA. Hooli being left alone now as all the focus is on Fish. Both living players currently locked onto him with hard lock. Meaning Hooli can do whatever he wants, getting big damage on the T-Light. Fish survived as well. Piss, the only healthy member, just respawned. Gonna have to try to salvage this situation somehow. Might be running into a 1v3. I think where I piss, I'd be out of here. I'd be out of this deal. Unfortunately, no chance of that. This map's a little bit small. The respawn on the hill is not obscured from anything, and Koolish are locked on. All three members on the pister. Punish is there. It's going to be an immediate TA. Fish got caught. I think Fish got caught by the Facans. Now trying to do something with it. The kick extension for an extra shotgun shot. Wow. Incredible use of 1 AP there. It looks like their whole team's going to get a reset with 1,500 points on the board versus 800, 50 seconds on the clock. Unless BINC can get something crazy going momentum-wise, I'm talking kill chain for the next 40 seconds, it's going to be very difficult. Right up against the edge of the map. Fish and Hooli, no interest in taking an engagement right now, and why should they? Even if he gets staggered right now, probably going to go down, sure. But that's still a 4-kill lead. They take the fight now. I mean, you might as well. You might as well. Sure, you could just run and win on points. You might still win by 1 kill, 2 kill. But you could also score more points. I mean, when your pride's on the line, what are you going to do? And Koolish will lock in their second win. High scorers going to Hooli and T-Light this time with an even score up the board from BINC. Here they are. Koolish. No changes from last match. Playing into the BINC. Also sticking to their guns. They had one very strong win. Why not get another? Let's see how much neutral game we end up with here. Koolish. Cradle sticking to his up to the left strat and paying off. Fish playing out front, playing low. And not playing into any earshots. The only manual aim threat is the Facades. Getting in behind Piss. Good angle. Hooli immediately TA'd though. Kick lands for TA. Got enough generator to get away. Not quite. Already having to turn around. Stagger extended into his own TA. That could mean 2 members down early. T-Light, the one being traded back on the BINC side. We're going to end up with a 1v1 between Cradle and Balls Deep in just a moment. Unless T-Light doesn't get finished. Unless T-Light doesn't get finished. The 1 AP tank god kicking into TA fearlessly. Fish now coming back into the fight. Hardlock doing what Hardlock does. Just flinging that camera around. Hold on to your seats. The stagger did go through onto the RJ. Very low standard stability, meaning that these shotguns are having a field day, but getting roped into it, you know, chasing into TA, especially against an RJ with Zimmermans, has not been paying off very well. Not able to find a target there as Balls Deep now at 1 AP, looking for value. Hooli trying not to give it to him, escaping away in the long range. Etzigen's gonna plink off, deflecting off the armor, just enough for the kill. T-Light and Piss are both alive here. 3v2, T-Light immediately staggered, but the punish is hard to do on a boat. Not because they're hard to hit, oh no. They've just got high energy resist and high AP. Interesting. Wow. So using the reload mechanic on charging energy weapons on the back. That is really strange. It seems like a bug. Balls Deep just taking a little bit too long to go down there. A little bit too long as the team respawns. Respawning into a 2v3. Cradle is back. At this point in time, I would expect they want to play extremely aggressive. There it is. Fish not able to get out, though. Wow. That must have been a full hit from the Zimmermans on the RJ, doing that much stability. Who do we got here? Hooli just got his stagger reset. Fresh bar. Third AP. Playing extremely aggressive. Probably going to want to get in on that boat. Can't, though, as Big Piss coming out of nowhere like an RJ Goblin. Kick comboed, though. This is going to fill up his ACS immediately. TA to follow. And Hooli is getting away with it. Someone's got to look at him. He's 1 AP. He's putting in a bunch of extra damage here. They aren't able to. I think Hooli off-screen TA'd T-Light before going down. Fish being the only one alive right now. I think into 3 players. Needs to knock one off the board. 2 is not going to be that target. It's all about now what he can set up for his team. Just setting the table here. 2 1 AP players for Cradle and Hooli to take care of. Could put themselves in a 2v1 if they play it right. Oh, it doesn't even have to be charged. They just press it. Wow, that's fucked up. Cradle now and just locked down by 1 player, playing as aggressively as possible. Knows his team is there, but didn't get away from the TA and now going to pay for it. You know, you could check. You could check. When you are the block player of the 1 person alive, you know, and they've got their TA ready, be very good. I think he was looking for the self-immolation there. It actually robs points. It reduces the enemy's score from the kill by 10 points if you fall off the map. And that adds up over time. When you think about just how many kills happen per match, we have like 15 kills. 10 points per kill. It's going to be 150 score difference. And one thing we haven't quite labbed, and I think we need to get data on, is what happens when the VIP falls off the map. If you can deny VIP points, that's even crazier. Only a 57-point split separates the 2 teams this time. The 3rd win is going to go to Koolish.